Screens, our second company, which will be launching very soon, tomorrow as we speak, will be our Black Series Edition.com. Now, the Black Series Edition technology has the ability to do things that the Crystal Edge technology screens can't do right now, due to the fact that it is a more advanced version of our black technology and our final, which means we're not making any more black screen paint products. We are done. This is the final and last one. This is the best of our best. So this screen is designed to absorb in, as you can see, a ton of ambient light. We have two extra lights at the bottom. I went into Amazon and I ordered two more work lights for the top here and here because I just want to even it out a little bit. Over top, we have our ceiling light, which you can see is producing a lot of light in the environment. This environment is not dark, it's very well lit. And this is to show our customers at the end of the day that you don't have to be, number one, subjected to a dark environment. We see this a lot in demonstrations of ambient light controlled environments, blocked out windows, darkened curtains, blinds on a slant halfway shut. You'd be surprised, I've seen it already. And if you have a screen that's a true ambient light projection technology, it should be able to perform with no problem whatsoever, whether it's long throw, ultra short throw, or maybe 1,000 lumens. All right, so this right here is one of the Black Series technology out of our Black Series collection, or Black Series edition. This screen right here we call our Advanced Ambient Light Projection, 48 in Roman numbers. This is a Black Series limited edition black. We only make about 100 of these per month. This one has its own special shopping cart. So if you go over where it says Black Shop, that's where the other ones are actually available. The Complete Cinema. Thank you so much for orders for those today. The Complete Cinema, the Fusion Gamer, which does come with a bulk of LED lights, chasers. And then we have here the limited edition, which has its own shopping cart. You'll see the Black Shop, and then right next to that, limited edition is where you can purchase this beauty at. Now the screen produces a 100% contrast level, which means the screen is a solid black screen, which means the customer does not have to worry about contrast failure, which means you don't have to go out and spend money for an expensive projector that has a high amount of contrast to fix the problem. That's not going to be an issue because the screen is automatically black. Any projector you have, even your older projectors, will be able to pick up an over 2 million to 1 contrast because the screen is solid black. As you can see, the screen can maintain beautiful colors because, again, black screens, as I said before, is a much more superior technology, and it has the ability to be able to produce not only a beautiful contrast level, but beautiful white levels and colors. Without those beautiful bright whites, would not be able to produce those beautiful fish, the background, and all this light at the same time. Now, one of the things I like to actually put a little bit more of the spotlight on, so to speak, is when we watch demonstrations of people calling themselves doing ambient light environments, and we're talking about, we've seen a lot of them on YouTube, a lot of them. And in all these demonstrations, it's always the same, no light making contact with the screen. As you can see, we have direct light hitting the screen, and the screen is not having an issue. It is showing a perfect image from corner to corner without a problem.
Oh, great.
Let's go grab something else to watch. So we have already done this demonstration on 1,000 lumens. We will be bringing 1,000 projector back in and redoing it again. So I'm going to put a few things onto the site. And also, too, if you notice, the website under the technology is absolutely massive, which means we have tons of information, videos on just about everything you could possibly think of. The shopping cart alone, where this screen sits at, there's about 10 videos in there displaying everything from movie demonstrations, everything from video game demonstrations, white level demonstrations, black versus black, where we test the product versus black paint, black fabric. Certified demonstrations where we test the product to see how it levels up to $3,000 to $4,000, $5,000 certified screens. Ultra short though demonstrations, 1,000 lumen demonstrations, just so we can cover everything to make sure the customer has all the information needed. Kind of got that feeling when I was going to different paint sites and there was just no information there. I literally had to go outside the site, go to YouTube and look up information on a site that I literally was on to get the information. So that wasn't all that great. Let me see what we got going on here. 4K demonstrations, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's just pick up a bright level. We're just looking for bright levels. That's it. Now you see where the two bottom lights are? These are 200 watts each. If you notice, the screen doesn't wash out here, doesn't wash out here, doesn't wash out there. It maintains all the way across if the lights are not even there. So, product information. Product comes in 32 ounces. These are our containers right here. Black Series containers. 32 ounces containing screen size up to 160 inches. 16.9. If you're doing 235.1, that'd be 158 inches at 239.1. Sorry, 235.1. It's a one coat application. Very easy to apply, no hard instructions. Kids can literally paint that screen for you. Matter of fact, if you can put a roller into your pet sand, they can pretty much paint it for you. Very easy to do. There's no priming. The only time we require priming, unless you're doing a fabric surface, then we require to just prime it to just absorb in as much paint as possible. So that way you don't get any uneven areas. But for this product, there's no leveling system, no waiting for the paint, none of that nonsense. No, you paint it, you dry it, you're done. That's it. Cleanup is easy. I definitely can vouch for cleanup. If you knew exactly what I did when I had to clean the floors in here, yeah. I know that for a fact. Cleanup is very easy. So cleanup is very easy. Warm water, mild soap. That's basically about it. We do advise you wear some old clothes when you paint because, you know, you're not going to come off your clothes all that easy. But other than that, the biggest fears we have from people the most is ambient light. That's it. They just don't want the screen to wash out. And with this technology, it's something you're not going to have to worry about. Now, if you don't feel comfortable and you don't trust our demonstration here, that's why we're doing it live. I advise you do your research. Look at our website, compare it to everybody else's own information. Take this video we have right here today and match it to anyone on YouTube. And I guarantee it's the only one of its kind. Because in our demonstrations, we don't fake our environments. And I guarantee you, we'll be the only one you will see. Now, lowest amount of lumens that can be used on this technology is 1,000 lumens. If you need more proof on that, all the shopping carts have a link for each individual screen that was tested on 1,000 lumens. You can get that information from there. Or if you need more information, go to the far end of the page. You will see something say more. We have a bunch of select pages in that section. You will see something that says 1,000 lumen demonstrations. These are all demonstrations that were done on all the technology under 1,000 lumens. So we make sure we got everything in there. Let's do a contrast level. This is one of the hardest things for gray or white screens to be able to do, especially in fully lit environments.
First came Google, then came Fitbit.
Well, can't we get around that one? Or we can just go to Sony instead.
For a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Now, those who've been asking us about overseas shipping, all shipping is free. We ship all over the world for free. It's posted multiple times throughout the site. We ship anywhere for free. There's no surcharge fees, none of that. It's free shipping all the way around. Now, as I told you before, the screen has the ability to pull an amazing gain capability. This is due to our own engineered technology under advanced ambient light rejection, black technology gain. We also have test demonstrations on that and a page dedicated for that technology, including some of these insane videos right here. We have one demonstration of a 1,000 lumen projector versus a 5,000 lumen machine, Chrissy projector. And you'll see in the demonstration, check it out, it's right on the website for you to see. You'll see where the 1,000 lumen projector is able to maintain its brightness next to 5,000 lumens. This is how powerful the gain is on this technology. Like I said, it can absorb in all this light, no problem. Let this play. Get another one. I like this dark demonstration. Oh, Starfield demonstration. Why not? Now, what you see on the screen displaying a 100% contrast level, which means a white screen, gray screen, silver screen, even a gunmetal screen cannot produce a 100% contrast. Only this technology has that capability because the screen is a 100% black screen. If we were to do this demonstration on any one of the screens I just mentioned, they would wash out because these are screens that are required to be in ambient light controlled environments or dark environments in order to be able to maintain a contrast level. This is something they cannot do and will not do. And this is the reason why you'll be subjected to going out and spending the money for expensive high-end projectors with insane contrast capabilities in order to fix the problem. And as I said before, you will not pick up black, you'll still be picking up a shade of gray. And still would have to be in an ambient light controlled environment. Now that thing means at the end of the day that any projector, as long as it's name brand, not knockoff, we don't support the knockoff projectors, but as long as it's name brand, you will have the ability to be able to produce a contrast level way over a 2 million to 1. Keep in mind, those projectors project that black level. The screen is physically black, which means any projector you use on it, it's going to give you an over 2 million to 1, way over 2 million to 1 contrast capability without paying a lot of money for it. Let's go over here. Let's grab this contrast right here.
Walking the dog then?
Yeah.
Forgot the dog again?
Oh, yeah.
Still not.
I love going to the forum sites. They have the forum sites, they have forum sites for everybody. And it's a forum site for P2 projectors. And the guy was like, yeah, but I got a 2 million to 1. Yeah, I got a black screen. What's your point? And my projector didn't cost that much. My projector and screen cost less than your projector. Something to think about. So $3,300 for the projector. And then turn around, and whatever screen you choose, it's still going to be more expensive than my setup here. So just for the projector alone, for 2 million to 1, is $3,300 to $2,000. Even if it's $2,400, it's still more expensive than my setup here. My projector here cost me 270 bucks. That screen technology over there costs $473. And that screen, with the projector set up here, we pick up over 2 million to 1 because the screen's physically black. So where do you save money at? And even after spending the $3,000 or $3,300 for the projector, even if you do hit our screen, that's an option you will have to turn off because you don't need it because the screen's black. You're already producing it already. So you don't save any money. Because again, the projector literally costs more than my setup. I think I'm gonna add that into the next topic. That makes a great point. I'll put this over a little bit more because I want to be able to get my lights here a little bit more. Bring this stand over a little bit. There we go. But when you really think about it, like I said, that discussion I had, his projector costs more than my setup here. Spent all that money for that 2 million to 1 to get that heavy contrast level. My projector at 200, even if I paid $500 for my Christie over here, which is the highest I paid for a projector, I'm still cheaper. So you save money at the end of the day. Because again, they're not going to give you that contrast level for free. You're definitely going to pay for it at the end of the day. And then what I've seen from the P2, which is an amazing projector, but again, the demonstrations I'm watching on this thing, on people who own these units, are all sitting in these really dark environments with a projector that literally is an ultra short throw machine, which again, shouldn't have a problem with distance throw. Let's bring up some white levels. Yep, we don't want to start the politicians off today. There we go. That's our white levels on our technology with all that light hitting it. That's why I said one of the interesting things we talk to people who professionals in the field about black technology, and one of the things they say, well, a black screen doesn't have the ability to pull white light due to the fact that it's a darker product as it is, and again, with having more light in the environment, it makes it harder for the screen to generate white light. Well, again, like I said, our technology doesn't have that problem. We wouldn't be able to produce the beautiful fish in the background or any of that pretty colors if we couldn't basically generate white light. That'd be impossible. So this technology right here is priced at $473. We've already tested this product against multiple certified screens ranging anywhere from $1,500, $1,600, screens ranging from $3,000 to $5,000, and this technology was able to overpower with no problem. We also have, this product is also ultra short throw. Again, a lot of people ask, it's an ultra short throw black technology. You can pick up a 190-degree viewing angle all the way around the screen. We have the demonstrations where we've done the tests on ultra short throws. You can check those out also. I think we did demonstrations in, no. This technology is not designed for outside. The one designed for outside is going to be coming up 2 months after this product launches. So this launches on November the 2nd. Excuse me, and 2 months after November the 2nd, or maybe 3 months into that, we don't know yet. This is where the outside technology is going to be launching. This is not outside. We have a special screen paint developed for outside. That's later on with 3D mapping technology. We've been asking for that, and also to the window tech, ad tech technology. We'll be launching somewhere around about 2 to 3 months after this launches. So you can see we can pour white levels with no problem. And that's one of the things you got to show off when you're doing demonstrations. You have to show white levels, you got to show contrast levels, and you have to show color, which is very important. We see a lot of, and I mean a lot of demonstrations that are one-sided. You can't just show a bunch of colors. It's not enough. The customer has to see how the white levels are going to play out, how the contrast is going to play out, how that color is going to play out, and how all that's going to play out in a fully lit environment. Because again, if you're thinking that the customer's environment is going to be the same as yours, that's the biggest lie you can tell yourself. That customer is going to take it out of that environment. They're going to put it in their own environment, and they're going to see a huge failure rate start popping up. It's the reason why it's very important for the product to be tested before it's ever put on the market. So that way the customer knows and the person who's selling it knows at the end of the day they know their product. Can't just make products and put false accusations behind them. You have to back those up. And this is the reason why we have so many test demonstrations on the products. And this is why I can come out here on live and do this demonstration with ease, with no problem, because again, our stuff is tested. Now, I've never did this demonstration in any of the test demonstrations under our products. I never came out here and put lights on the bottom. We knew what kind of gain technology the screen has. It has that ability to do that. The max up zone is an extremely bright area. This is where we test a lot of our products at. And if it can survive down there, it can survive up here under anything. Now we do advise, do not put it in direct window light. It's not going to hit in sunlight. Direct sunlight, not going to work. Window light, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, let's go grab something else. Let's see.
Down if you...
We have the Sony demonstration here. We do have the Sony here. Let's do the Sony. Now today I should have my paint roller today. Thank Jesus, I should have my paint roller. I ordered the wrong ones, ordered 4 inches and got the wrong ones here. So we'll be doing a batch number today. Also too, we'll be painting in a 250-inch screen for the display for downstairs. I have about, when we designed the outdoor product, it's an outdoor version of this technology. We made about 2 or 3 gallons of it just in case we need to play around, take it outside, paint on this and paint on that. We do have 150 inch of it outside, but I do want to do a 250 inch. We put a special section on the website for it, and I'm going to get some demonstrations done off of it. I love it when the Sony emblem pops up. This one right here. Now I like this whole setup with the lights on the bottom. We got lights coming in for the top. I just ordered more lights for the top. We are going to do a customized, I'm having a friend design it for me, a customized frame. This frame is going to be all LED lights. It's going to be LED lights on the outside and the inside, so light can push back and forth constantly through the screen. It'll be the only one of its kind. If we're going to show off the screen's advanced ambient light projection black technology gain, then we need to find a frame that's fitting for it, that's designed with a ton of light. Can you imagine me when the Lord blesses me to be able to go to those electronic conventions, we had to show the different screens off. Can you imagine our setup in there? We'll have lights wrapped all around our screen. Not one of those screens are doing this. Not one of them. And I do the research. At any of those convention shows, none of the screens are doing this. They have a little bit of light over the top, but they're dimmers on there. They're too what's the word for it? They're too what's the word for it? They're too dim. And we're gonna have a customized frame that fits snaps to the screen, and it has LED lights that shine on the outside, but on the inside. We want light passing back and forth through the screen constantly. I might build me a prototype. We're not here. And this is why we did the demonstration on 1,000 lumens. We'll come back in and do it on 1,000 lumens again. It's not a problem. We do that because we always get the little complaints, or we know what they are. But anyway, we get those little complainers at the end of the day that will sit there and say, we're using a 5,000 lumen projector. Yeah, I was using a 5,000 lumen projector when I had about almost $20,000 to $30,000 worth of certified screens, white paper, everything was being hit with the 5,000 lumen projector. Everything. It wasn't just our screen being hit, everything else is being hit also too. It just shows the customer at the end of the day, and if you do upgrade to a 5,000 projector, it won't fix the problem, because that's the first thing people do when they feel that the projector may be failing and they don't want to accept the screen's failing, is to go out and buy themselves a more expensive, more high lumen projector. They think they're going to fix the problem, but you're not. Just going to add more light to your screen, that's all.
Nice.
And wash it out even faster.
We could tell people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
And for those who sit there and don't believe that, well, check my intro out. I got an intro that comes over the church. 7,000 lumen projector, completely washed out on the screen. Didn't even pick up. But that's the first thing people think. Go get a high-end projector. This will fix the problem. This will not fix the problem. You just introduce more light to a screen that's already having problems with dealing with light in the environment already. Wash that even faster. Ultra short those show you that perfect example all day. There is no way in the world a projector that sits that close to a screen with no distance though at 3,000 lumens should ever be in the dark. The problem is that there's just no problem with the lumens. It has plenty of lumens. There's no problem with the capability of the projector. The problem is the screen can't see the color and contrast that the projector is pushing out. It doesn't have that ability. That's why you watch a lot of the demonstrations on ultra short throw projectors in dark environments. If I'm going to do lights underneath my screen, I'm going to do lights underneath my screen. Not a bunch of little LED lights. A little bit of light pushing out, but put actual lights under the screen. These are work lamps. And the environment's going to be well lit. As you can see, the neon we have in here doesn't push off anywhere. It cancels out. I don't even need it on. Don't even need it on to tell you the truth. Not doing anything. Just for show, that's it. So I'll be so happy when the new lamps get here. We ordered 2 more. We got 2 for the bottom. We want 2 more for the top. As you can see, I don't do ambient light controlled. 2 choices in here. Lights are on or off. And this is fantastic, not only for your home, but for your business. Because keep in mind, in your business, you're not going to be using ambient light controlled environments. I can't imagine an apartment store or a restaurant just dimming the lights out. Well, I've seen that one before. In particular sections so the screen can pick up. This technology, you can have your establishment fully lit and not worry about your screen washing out. Oh, let's get the Sony. That's nice and bright. Now keep in mind, the rest of the technology, yes, has this capability, but no problem. They're all developed under the same engineered formula game we put into the screen. The advanced ambient light rejection, black technology game, they all have it. That's why they can pick up at 1,000 lumens downstairs in the max out zone at 14, 15 feet away from a screen. Now, when I do my final setup, well, not final setup, it'll be my other setup. But anyway, my screen will be 150 inches, and it'll be sitting next to a bunch of huge, massive windows. Which I'm not worrying about that because it's going to be a bit of a cakewalk. Let's get some food demonstrations in here real quick. Now this tells the customer at the end of the day, number one, doesn't have to calibrate. Because the reason why you have to calibrate is because the screen washes out. And in order to get the colors correct, you're going to have to calibrate your projector because the screen's a failure. That's why you have to calibrate. The screen just simply is a failure. So you don't have to calibrate. You don't have to worry about the color washout, none of that nonsense. You don't have to spend the money for expensive projectors. If you use ultra short throw, it's ultra short throw compatible and will pick up in a fully lit environment. And I have already tested against the ceiling and light projection technology under lead screen. So yes, it was able to overpower the screen. You don't have to have a high-end projector. 1,000 lumens will work just fine, as we showed you in the demonstration. Paint on instructions are easy. Kids could paint the screen for you. I mean, literally, kids can paint the screen for you. There's no leveling, waiting for something to settle, none of that nonsense. One coat, you're done. That's it. And let me see if I missed anything here on the technology. Oh yeah, most important, 100% contrast level. So keep in mind, my setup here that I'm using costs less than the P2 projector. Matter of fact, even less. My ultra short throw setup, if I bring it out here and set it up, it's a $60 projector that I purchased off of eBay for around 60 bucks. I can do that at a 150 inch screen in a fully lit environment and still maintain a 100% contrast level with no problem, which this technology is designed to do. So keep in mind at 100% contrast, even though my projector has a 2000 to 1 contrast, it really doesn't care because the screen's black, you can pick up that 100% contrast level. But my setup costs less than that projector, far less than that projector. Enough for me to go out and spend, I spent $1,000 for the movie sofa over here and $400 for the chair we have here, my other chair here. Soundbar is $120, and then the screen paint's $473 with $270. My setup in here costs less than that projector by itself. And keep in mind, as I said before, we are still picking up a 100% contrast level. We don't have to calibrate, no dark environments, none of that nonsense. And this is true ambient light projection technology. Let's see what else we have real quick. We're gonna go past for time here. Let's put my favorite 8K Desired Nature YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
This was a demonstration I've seen that was clearly faked.
Hi, my name is
Not
Ted.
that. We're not doing that.
In Delaware County, right outside.
Let's get out of that.
Murder.
Nope, let's get out of that.
Republican can.
Nope, my goodness, are they getting paid for this? How many we just bounced through already? My goodness. There you go. Now I've seen this demonstration done. Really dark environments. Colorful lights splattered around the environment. High-end projector with a heavy contrast capability to give off the illusion that you're seeing a contrast level. Contrast levels are supposed to be done in fully lit environments. So that way, in mind, this is a contrast is going to fade the fastest on your screen. Especially in a fully lit environment, it's going to fade the fastest. And this is a demonstration that needs to be done in a fully lit environment, so that way the customer knows exactly what they're getting themselves into. Because if they have to stick it in a dark environment, and they have the only lights they can have around the screen are some Christmas lights, the problem you're going to have here is that if they try to put that in a well-lit environment, the screen's going to wash out because it was never displayed in a fully lit environment. And again, if you see the background of the screen here, see how that comes up black? This is the way it's supposed to be. See the furniture, see the speakers, All this is supposed to match in black. That's never supposed to come up in gray. Never. This is a demonstration for OLED technology. So when we see these demonstrations, again, poorly lit environments. Very poorly lit environments. If the customer takes that screen, I'll say I'm your customer, and I take it home and I stick it in my environment, which is extremely well lit, at 120, 127 inch screen, are you going to be able to maintain in that environment without my screen washing out? And I'm using 5,000 lumen projectors in here. Now, if I don't see any demonstrations in a fully lit environment, I don't know how the product's going to work if I stick it in a fully lit environment. Sorry about that. So we're going to pause right there. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Our new product is going to be available tomorrow with free worldwide shipping. And as you can see, the technology's ambient rejection, black technology gain is absolutely incredible. The screen has the ability to pick up amazing white levels. And again, this will allow you to turn your motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens, walls, anything you want. Check out the product specification sheet. We have a ton of information on the technology and the product specification sheet. You can read through there, find all the stuff that you can paint it to and apply it to. Very easy to use. As a matter of fact, this demonstration has the paint on demonstration already set up. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed. I have to go. Thank you all, and God bless. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for always blessing us with amazing technology. All that we have from him, all that we have here comes from him. Got to go, and God bless.